Good morning, everybody. I was inspired first thing this morning. I have a somewhat long drive to an appointment and thought I would talk to you today about selling your tumblers for a higher price point than what you might be selling them for already. And specifically $125. $125, you say? That can't be done. Let me explain. You can sell tumblers for $125 each, make some serious money in your business as soon as you follow the following steps I'm going to give you. Okay? First of all, before anything, and I'm going to always preface anything I ever tell you with this number one rule, and that is mindset. If you don't have the proper mindset, if you don't have the belief that this can be done, that it is possible for you to make good money selling your tumblers, it won't happen. It's just, that's it. It's like gravity. It's a certainty. 100% of the time, that's what happens. You have to have the belief that you can do this, that it's possible. Even if you don't see anybody else doing it, you have to decide that it's going to be done and you're going to do it. Okay, so that's the first thing, mindset. You have to make that decision that your business is going to be successful and that you can do this. This isn't something that you can just say, oh, okay, I've decided. You have to keep working at it because your brain will constantly try to veer back to those scarcity fears that you have that come in, that every one of us has. Oh, I can't be doing it, it's too hard, my area is saturated, all these excuses and beliefs, false beliefs that have been in your mind, they're going to fight to stay there. So you have to consciously work at this every day. So what I propose you do is journal. My life completely changed when I started journaling, writing down my goals, not just my yearly goals, but my monthly, my weekly, and my daily goals. This might sound woo-woo, but I'm telling you, there's a very scientific approach to this. Your brain is a computer. It doesn't know the difference between fantasy and reality. Up until now, it's just been allowed to run wild and take in, the environment and filter it and try to match patterns accordingly without any real conscious focus from you. But once you understand that you need to focus, you need to constantly keep your mind into focus on the things that you need to take care of, that's when things start changing, and they change fast. And I discovered this about 2 years ago. I was at a low point and trying to get my business kind of off the ground, but still surrounded by toxic family members who were telling me that I'm irresponsible, single mom, I'm irresponsible to struggle and start my own business. I should just hold my hand out and get a check from an employer because that's the way they do it and that's the commonly accepted way. And if you are a natural born entrepreneur, the thought of having a life of that forever with no hope in sight just makes you want to die inside. It's just a non-negotiable. You can't live with that. Now, you might be able to work for an employer, but you have to have something on the side. Like, you have to be working toward your own thing. That's how I felt. And I just knew I could do it. I knew that the struggle was going to be worth it. But it wasn't until I started journaling and understanding like the process of that and how to do it. And I don't mean like journaling like your day, oh, my day was great today, although you can. I mean consciously journaling and programming your mind in a way that the things you want, you're bringing that into that. And how you do that, I mean, I'm going to talk more specifically in another live on this, but basically how you do that is you write out your goals in the past tense as if they've already happened. You write down everything that you want, but you act as if, you feel into it as if, and you visualize as if it's already happening to you. Okay, and that's part of like reinforcing that decision that, yep, this is mine, what I want is mine, I'm just waiting for it to show up and I'm doing the work in the meantime. Your brain, once your brain catches on to understand, oh, okay, this is telling me that this is happening, it will enact your body and your subconscious follow, to align with that belief. But you have to first establish that belief. So that becomes, that's from repetitive practice. Every single day, get up and journal. And as soon as 2 years ago, once I started that, I started writing down like what I wanted to accomplish that year, each month, each week, and then the day's goals, down to including and especially your money goals. That's when stuff started happening. And I'm telling you, there were times where I would write down an exact dollar amount and it would show up. And it was freaky, but it works. The other thing about this is it's none of your business how it shows up. You're not really concerned with how. Your job is to believe that it will show up, okay? And to be very specific about what you want and repeat that over and over and over again. So there's that. Mindset is always the number one thing to success in anything you want. And you need to get a grip on that first. So beyond mindset, we're talking about strategy and real, like the nuts and bolts of this. What you want to do is understand who your target market is. I talked a little bit about this yesterday, but you want to understand who you're reaching out to. And this needs to be more discriminatory than anybody. Everyone is not your audience. Everyone is not going to like what you buy or what you make. And that's okay. You need to find the audience that not only needs what you have to sell, but is hungry for it. And in other words, they're already in the market of buying tumblers because they bought tumblers before, but they want a better vehicle or a better product. They want your product. And you have to understand, as soon as you can understand and get a specific grab on what that is, money starts rolling in. Okay, because you can talk to them. If you're trying to talk to a random crowd, you're not gonna start by saying, "Hey, Susie, mother of three." That you don't have a crowd full of Susie's mothers of three, right? You've got a lot of different people, so that message isn't gonna hit on anybody. But as soon as you pick out Susie in the crowd and you talk only to her, you're gonna compel Susie to buy from you. A lot easier than if you were generating a generic message for everybody. So you got to figure out who that person is that you want to sell to, what they do, what their pain points are, and how you can solve it. And then devise a marketing strategy around that. Okay, so for example, I went over a couple, I'll also do a video on niches and strategy, but let's say doctors, nurses, let's say nurses. Well, there's different kinds of nurses. What kind of nurse? Well, let's talk about what nurses do. What are their jobs require? What are they proud about in their job and who they are? How do they want to self-identify? When you start asking those questions and answering them, then you have an idea for what kind of tumblers to make for these nurses. Okay, so that's the next level. Who is it? What do they do? What is their pain point? What reinforces their identity? Okay. So when you're talking about selling a higher priced tumbler at $125, it goes without saying that your quality needs to be impeccable. It needs to be great. It needs to be different than other people. Well, how do you do that? You personalize it to the market that you're selling. You offer something that most others or few others can offer, which is a personalized, very intimate, creative touch to that tumbler that can start with their name and their profession. It can also be photo tumblers or something, a message, a quote that means a lot to them. How do you know that? You know that by getting to know your customer and having a consultation with them. Maybe you do a free 15-minute consultation with them and talk about it. Really give them the opportunity to talk to you, to tell you what they want. And this is what's kind of called positioning, where you're not just in business as another vendor to sell generic tumblers. You're in the business of making people feel good about who they are by providing them with a tumbler, an object that reinforces their identity. So get out of the mindset that you're selling, tumblers along with your other competitors, because that's going to make you feel like, oh, the market's saturated. Well, no, it doesn't have to be. if you sell tumblers, you're not just selling tumblers, you're selling an experience and a journey. You're selling somebody a pleasurable addition to who they already are. Start thinking about it like that. Okay? Then start giving them that kind of thing. So, part of selling $125 tumblers is not just the tumbler itself. So it's not that you're just selling a cup at $125. You're selling the experience. And then what I would recommend on top of that is that you create an irresistible offer, which means you don't necessarily lower the price, you add more value to that. Okay, so you can sell a tumbler for $125, or you can sell a bundle or package it. If oh man, I mean, summer's coming up and there are families who want to have, like, go on vacation, like Disney World. I'm seeing that they're going to Disney World and they want to make cups for their kids and themselves or their family, along with, like, the t-shirts. Sell a package. Like, why wouldn't you sell a package or a bundle, and like a detailed custom bundle? Get them on a call, consult with them. This can be fun. This could be amazing. Good morning, Bethany. Meet their needs, because not only are you making them happy, you're giving your business a worthwhile mission. It becomes something so much more than just selling tumblers to make money. It becomes like giving them a happy, like, you are responsible, partially responsible and behind giving them a wonderful memory. They're going to take pictures with that, you know, document it, you know, 2019 Disney vacation, you know, that kind of stuff. So start thinking about that, but create an irresistible offer that adds value with that tumbler for them to have that experience, so they understand, like, wow, $125 is nothing for what I'm getting for this. You know, I'm really benefiting a lot. And then if you have any questions, go ahead and pop in. I'm happy to answer them as we go. And then in addition to that, when you have your offer, create like a couple of bonuses. These can be small things, but it adds value to your overall reputation, like the way they see you. So add bonuses. Maybe it's a if you're not already, because I have a great friend who has made tumblers for me, and she puts in the care instructions. She also, without telling me, when she sent it to me, gave me a resin mermaid keychain, and I thought that was amazing. She gave one for me and my daughter. I thought it was awesome. I was really impressed. It was so cute. Do something like that. Throw in an additional thank you item for them trusting in you and purchasing from you. Get their email address so that you can create a newsletter weekly or bi-weekly or monthly and show people what's new. Like, you have to make that. If you want to make money, you have to decide that this is a business and not a hobby. If it's a hobby, that's completely fine, but do not get upset if you're not making money because you're thinking of it as a hobby. You have to decide. So once you do decide, there's so many creative things you can do to make your customers happy and keep coming back. But it is not unreasonable to charge $125 for a tumbler, as long as you're offering an experience and value that the customer perceives as worth it. Because I see right now, like, from what I'm seeing, tumblers vary depending on the size and the personalization, like $30 to $50 or $60, which is fine. But I feel it is fine. But I'm feeling like we could all think bigger, next level. And not worry about what the next competitor is doing next to us, you know, left or right of us. Actually position yourself as a memory maker. Like, you're somebody who documents or records memories for people. So let me kind of know what you think about that. If you have